Can a couple, when the woman is in Niddah, go kayaking together? This question I received from a rabbi in Haifa, and on the surface, it seems a little humorous. But at a deeper level, the actual halachas governing this period and something like this can have a huge impact on the relationship of husband and wife during this period. Because during this period, there are these laws governing a type of separateness, of harchakot, that go well beyond the prohibition of sex and even sexual touch. And for many, many couples, perhaps the majority, the hardest part about this period is not the fact that they're not having sex. The hardest part are these rules which demand physical distance, that no touch is allowed. And for so many people, a sense of closeness and connection requires a degree of touch. And the irony is that often couples are told that this is an opportunity, this period, to connect on levels that are not about sex. But because physical touch is off the table, it's very hard for some people to connect on other levels. And what makes it even harder are certain rulings that seem to rule out types of activities that really could be fun together and find other ways to connect. So this is based on a ruling of the Trumas Hadeshen, which is that a couple can't sit on a safsal hamitnaned, a moving bench. And the question is, what's that about, and what exactly are the parameters? The Ramah rules that there are like two separate issues. One is that it might come to touch, and the other is that in certain circumstances it would be a romantic type of a setting. And some poskim read this second one very broadly and say that the couple really can't do a wide range of things. They can't go on a nice walk in the forest or to go visit the botanical gardens, things such as that which have a degree of closeness. Now, I think that this is mistaken on a couple of levels. Number one, there's a big difference between a romantic context and an enjoyable. The question would be, is it something that you might do with your friend, with family, as opposed to something you would only do with a boyfriend or girlfriend or with husband and wife? And only the latter is really the problem. The second thing is that I believe a close reading of the sources say even that is only a problem when the couple is very close, physically. So maybe a carriage ride in New York City that's a very romantic experience, that would be a problem. But kayaking, which is something you would do with a friend, and also not physically close, not possible to touch, is something I think even Ramah would allow, and certainly my approach, I would say, would make it permissible. And it's important to remember that at the very outset, this is framed as a chumrah ba'alma, a mere stringency. So, really important for couples to know that a wide range of activities is open for them during this period, and not how other poskim might read it much more narrowly.